So who is my favorite disciple in their story with Jesus and in the early church community? Well, to be honest, one of the first disciples that came to mind for me is the disciple Peter. And I guess I'm named after Peter, I suppose, by my mom and dad. But Peter is the one that came to mind as being one of the first disciples, and a couple things that I liked about him. Number one, from a humble origin. I like how the disciples come from humble places, from circumstances that you wouldn't expect leaders to emerge. Peter himself, a fisherman along the northern side of the Sea of Galilee there, wasn't really bound for much, but Peter was the one who Jesus saw very early on in his ministry and called him out and said, "I will make you fish for people." So I like that humble origins, and I think that often relates to all of us too, as we think about good things. Purposeful things can come from humble origins and from simple places. I also like how Peter, too, was to become a great leader in the discipleship group, and later on in the book of Acts was a key leader in Jerusalem. But he had a lot of searching to do, a lot of understandings to come to terms with. And I really liked how Peter wrestled and struggled with who Jesus was and who he meant to the world when Peter didn't fully understand. I mean, there were times when Peter, remember when he jumped out onto the Sea of Galilee to walk after Jesus on the water, and he fell right into the water. There's even a time more challenging later on after Jesus had been tried and was going to be crucified, and Peter denied Jesus as he stood off in the background and warmed his hands by the warm fire, not wanting to suffer the same fate or be implicated by Jesus. Yet, by the crowds. But yet Jesus chose him. And Peter, from that humble origins and from the need to learn and the need to grow, became the Peter that we know today, the Apostle Peter, a great contributor to the life of the church and to the work of God in the world. So Peter is the person that I thought of about a disciple that I appreciate the most.
Thank you so much for listening to this devotion. We welcome you to join St. Andrew Pastors every Monday morning at 10:30. We'll provide a brief devotion on a scripture passage and then host a conversation and mutual support. Make sure to register online. Remember, in this Together live edition, Monday mornings at 10:30.